Woo! What up? What up? Good morning, GMG. Friday. Woo! July 19th, 2024. Look at that. Another beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I got my co-hosts in the house. I've swapped co-hosts a lot this week. Monday, I started the week off with Ovi and Mando. It was like an OG. And I'm ending the week with Tyler and Ovi. Tyler, Ovi, good morning. How you guys doing?
Good, man. Good to be back twice in a week.
Twice in a week, dude.
It's when you know the bull market's back. I want to come on and talk about it.
Yeah, definitely. That's how we know it's back. It's almost like ETFs are getting ready to launch on the 23rd, literally in like 2 business days, right? Because tomorrow's the weekend anyway. So it's almost like we're right there at the start line, not the finish line. Tyler, how you doing this morning?
Feeling great. It's my son's 5th birthday today. So he's turning 5. We did presents already. We're going to the ice cream museum. Have a nice big day, and then a big party tomorrow. So it's a Blockbuster weekend in the Tyler D household here.
I love that. So what do you do for a 5th birthday for a kid? What are you throwing tomorrow? What are you doing?
Yeah, so we've got like 8 to 10 of his friends coming over. We've got a big like bouncy house we're gonna put up on the roof with like a water slide part of it, and it's playing in that. It's water balloons, popsicles, and ice cream for a couple.
You're putting the bouncing house on the roof?
Safely, yeah. We've it's strapped down. We're only 4 floors up, so I'm in a mid-rise.
Okay.
So it's not that high.
Okay.
So it'll be fine. And then what's nice about having you learn this when you get into the kid party scene, the advantages of hosting the party yourself versus going off-site is you're a little bit more flexible on hours. So if you're having fun, parents are having a few drinks while the kids are playing, you can run 3 or 4 hours versus, if you go to the gymnasium down the block 2 to 4 and you're out the door. And then
I've heard from many parents that the alpha to go into kids parties is having a little drink, not too much,
It's more common than you think, at least in Chicago. In Chicago, I'm talking like the 9 a.m. kid parties have drinks. So that might be Chicago culture. But
the kid party scene, yeah, Bragg picked up on that. That is so funny. Well, look, parents take notes. Parents take notes here. I mean, we could start a kid show soon on this show. I mean, at this stage, I'm the only one without a kid. Like even on the Rug Radio team, like everybody's got kids. Sam's got a couple kids. Bernie's got. I think Bernie has a bunch of kids. I mean, he manages 2 Discords. He you got Loxley's got like 3 kids. Everybody's got kids on my team. Jennifer's got kids too. Oh my God, dude. I'm not late. I'm 29. Okay, it's good. Don't
Plenty of time.
Thank you, Ovi. Thank you very much for that. See, Ovi just had a kid. How's it? I'm gonna check in again. Like, how's it being a dad? 5 days later. I already asked you that, but how's the baby doing?
She's doing well. Yeah, I love it, man. It's the best. It's definitely a change because you just have to like all the shit that you do is like, oh, I'm gonna go for beer now, or like I don't know, go out to a restaurant to eat dinner, and all that stuff kind of changes because it's like we don't even have dinner at the same time because it's like, oh, if you watch her and I'll go eat, and then we'll swap like shit like that until she gets older. So, but yeah, I'm loving it.
I love that. Sounds a lot of fun. We'll get there when we get there. But anyway, so on the show today, I'm not sure where Mando is, but I hope he's okay. He was meant to be here, but it's okay. We got Ovi, daily market report. So Ovi, I'm going to give you the market report, even though you came originally to talk about Rect. So start Googling.
What happened in
ever knew
today?
What's going on? It's not like you ever knew what was going on with the market when you would do the market. Okay, you would find out at like the show was at 10:30. Ovi would find out like 10:29 what's going on. So, anyways, daily market report as usual, macro, crypto, all that good stuff. We have a big week next week with the ETFs going live, so it's going to be really important. Then, of course, Tyler's top 100. I'm sure you have a bunch of stuff to talk about. Also, what the fuck with this CrowdStrike thing this morning? Like the whole world went down, right? Which is wild. That was crazy. And then last but not least, Robit today. Robit. We have, so we've been talking about doodles a lot, and they're 2 ETH. So I added 4 doodles. We have 7 Miladies, 4 punks, mutant apes, and then 7, 8 red guys. So we have a lot of different NFTs for play. Out of the 25 last Robot spins, it's been 24 red guys that have all gone back to the floor bids. It's time. See, we're keeping the volume alive, Ovi. And then, but today this changes. Last time we hit a big punk, Ovi was on with us. So this time we're hoping that we get a big hit for 2 lucky winners. But there's a catch. We're not doing Twitter pickers. We're tired of people gaming the Twitter picker. We want to reward people who are actually listening to the show. OG listeners, you see how people react whenever like an OG wins, right? Like Sarah not long ago, Bernie, etc. Like everybody gets super excited. So I think at the end of the show, I'm going to ask a question. It could be about Ovi, could be about Tyler, could be about something they said. And if you're in the comments of YouTube or the broadcast on X, we broadcast on X every day. You can comment there, and I see it on my right-hand side anyways. I see all the X comments. You're going to be selected to come up. So we'll give you extra time to get on your phone and come on the show. So that way we know that you're attentive. Attentive? That's a word, right? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh, new word unlocked. And so there you go. So anyways, without further ado, let's get right into it.
Daily Market Report. Brought to you by Rug Radio. Joseph, what's the word?
Wow, what a throwback! I feel all nostalgic with that.
I love that.
All right, macro. We had a bit of a quieter, maybe even a weaker end to the week. There was a decent down move in stocks yesterday. You know, like we're at the moment going through a summer where pretty much like every day or every other day we've seen equities, Nasdaq, and the S&P 500 hit new all-time highs. So to have a pullback, I think is pretty natural. Obviously, we had the worldwide tech issues today in Microsoft systems, so that maybe kind of spooked things a little bit this morning. But futures this morning are unchanged. We had a down day yesterday. Something I would recommend looking at right now in equities is looking at the Russell 2000 index. That's an index of 2,000 of some of the more smaller and what I perceive to be riskier companies. And that tends to be a good metric or bellwether of risk appetite in traditional finance. So if you look at year-to-date moves, Nasdaq is up about 20% year-to-date, and the Russell 2000 is only up, I think, 11 or 12% year-to-date. But there was a day this week when it was up 3.5%, which is a big move for that. So keep an eye on that, because people have historically also compared that to crypto as well. You know, the idea about crypto is like, okay, I've made much money on stocks. Where can I go next to make that bigger return? And that will happen when like the music stops playing on stocks. Whereas right now you've had crazy returns on Nvidia and all this stuff because of the AI bubble. So as soon as that stabilizes a lot more, people will look to bigger return profiles, which historically has been crypto. But the Russell is a good index of that as well. And I think seeing that 3.5% move in one day earlier this week is a sign that perhaps some of the more traditional participants are looking further out the risk curve now. So keep an eye on that. Crypto, man, we're off to the races again this afternoon. Yeah, Bitcoin 65.5K I see on my screen right now. Solana is very strong. Sol's up against Bitcoin and ETH. I think Sol ETH is at one of the highest level it's been since May. We're at 0.048 now, and that's just a massive green candle up. So Sol is definitely leading the charge, but things look strong in crypto. Honestly, the last 2 days, I've been wondering why we've been selling off. I couldn't put my finger on it. And there's obviously been a lot of speculation coming out from yesterday about Donald Trump potentially announcing Bitcoin as a strategic reserve currency for the US. And that would be an insanely positive catalyst. I mean, right now, the US owns 210,000 Bitcoin, which is north of $13 billion worth of Bitcoin. And if you look at that from like a business mind, all they have to do is announce something positive for Bitcoin, and suddenly they're making billions of dollars in P&L, right? And then they can either decide to sell that, or they can be like, cool, this is the strategic reserve currency now. And by the way, we're one of the largest holders of it in the world. All you other countries, it's about time you start fucking catching up. And then you end up pumping your own bag. So that's how I would look at it as like a trader, as a business person. And I'd like to think Trump is more that way inclined than, all this other stuff, all these other reasons why the US tends to quash it. So I think that's a very interesting thing to watch out for. The rumor is that he potentially announces that at the Bitcoin conference, which she speaks out on the 27th of July. So in my opinion, we're seeing a delayed reaction to that. I really think, for me, even if there's only a 10% chance of that, Bitcoin should be up massively on that. But yeah, we'll see how things go. Right now, Major's leading, but we'll see.
It looks like it lagged, right? Like, because you were texting yesterday, like, hey, like, why is Bitcoin not moving, even if it's just a rumor? And I was like, well, it's just a rumor. Nothing's moves until it's like just a rumor. But it's true that headlines usually have moved markets in the past.
They should. There was, I mean, look, maybe someone bought a bunch of the Germany Bitcoin and then they're now taking profits because they made a quick few $100 million or whatever it is. It could be that, but just we keep saying this. I keep saying this every time I come on. We've just had insane amounts of positive headlines, positive speculation, and there are major positive catalysts to come, I think, in the next 6 months. They are not to be faded. And I genuinely believe that this rally we're in right now, this move higher we're seeing right now, I think this is the move that takes us to new all-time highs on Bitcoin. I think we're there now. I think this is the start of phase 2 of the bull market. I really believe that.
Yeah, no, you're right. So this clip, I thought this was an old clip because, I mean, he made that speech before, but was that from yesterday?
This is not from yesterday. This is an old clip, but it's doing
because everyone is like new, but this is not new, right? Okay,
no, it's
I'm
not
crazy.
Yeah.
Cool. So that was the one where he says that he wants to make it the right to self-custody a right, and then American made Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, it's protects you from Elizabeth Warren and her goons.
Yeah, and her goons. Yeah, that one. That was a good one. This latest rumor, which obviously for now would call it rumor until he actually says it himself. But if that's right, like I saw a stat. I saw a stat that that Mando shared yesterday. Mm-hmm. There you go. Right, Tyler. Like, what do you think on that? It was U.S. gold holdings are $579 billion. This is real. This is a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, that's the hopium number right there. Right? As soon as I saw that, my eyes lit up. I think even like the base case, right, is if he announces it, and if you're like a bear on it being like a real thing, like they might just hold the 210,000 they've got, right, which is still a positive outcome because it's less sell pressure. But I mean, if they actually start accumulating it, I mean, there's a huge gap. Obi just said that we've got 13 billion in Bitcoin versus 580 billion in gold. If you actually believe that Bitcoin is digital gold and it's the next big thing for this digital era, those numbers, they don't align. Like, that's not the right split, right, between digital gold and actual gold. It should be much, even if you want to say, just on a market cap basis, it should be a 5-to-1, right? 4.5 to 1, 5 to 1, 6 to 1, not 300 to 1 or whatever it is. So,
do you know who thinks Bitcoin is digital gold?
Larry Fink.
Larry Fink, baby. Larry Fink, baby.
He's slamming the buy button today. We know it. We already know he is.
Yeah. Speaking of Larry Fink, our very own Larry Fink, Mando, or should I say Mando? Now that he's in France. Mando, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. So I had a call which overran.
You're good. I love every morning. I just say, I'm doing great. Honestly, Mando's like the epitome of like doing great. Like just every day, like, another day in paradise.
Dude, I cycle high for the Mando crypto portfolio.
No screenshots. No screenshots.
Just saying.
Ovi, hold that screenshot to yourself, motherfucker. You know what happens the last 2
times. Yeah, I know.
There was a time in the group chat where Mando and Ovi went band for band. First of all, I never felt more poor in my life. The second of all, the market collapsed like 30% on the back of that.
We're back. We're back, dude.
Remember? Oh, so that high. Okay. Remember that time, Ovi? Ovi sends a screenshot like, yeah, I'm feeling so good about my cycle. That Solana goes from 215 to 115.
Yeah.
JLP, baby. JLP. Oh, you guys have got to get involved.
I mean, Mando, was gonna, obviously Ovi just gave us his take on the market, but no matter how I put it, like, look, this is Sol ETH, this is BTC Dom, this is Total 3, this is Bitcoin, this is ETH, and Sol. No matter what I look at, I don't do charts, mate, right? But it looks good across the board. I mean, man, what do you think?
I think Solana looks like it's about to go to 200. Market looks good. I am very, very bullish. I mean, the strategic reserve stuff, that's a game changer. Like, if Donald Trump says the central bank of the United States should have Bitcoin as a strategic, in its strategic reserve assets, like that will FOMO in every single central bank around the world. And we've already seen some of this, right? You've seen some of like the, like the El Salvadors of the world. Some of the South American countries have been like, yeah, we're gonna accept it as legal tender. Some of them have gone as far as to have like their own domestic supply, like El Salvador. But if Donald Trump comes out and says at Bitcoin National, hey, I want to add Bitcoin to the strategic reserve, like I said yesterday, like central banks own trillions of dollars of gold, like trillions of dollars of gold. If they start doing this with Bitcoin, yeah, this could get very, very silly.
Yeah, it's looking great. We were just talking about that and mentioned your tweet from yesterday. And then Tyler was saying, like, if that's the case, like this, like what, 4.5 to 1 or something, like 5 to 1 kind of like ratio. There's a lot of catching up to do on the Bitcoin side, and we all know what happens. America leads, and usually others follow. So yeah, dude, if Trump wins and this happens, maybe I don't have to leave Canada, because Canada loves copy pasting America. Makes my life easier. No, don't worry. They'll find a way to fuck it up. If anything, I need China to start buying Bitcoin for Trudeau to wake up. Anyways, so that's a good. Sorry, my fellow Canadians. I just, I can't help myself. I cannot help myself here. I have this like wrist wiener on my camera, but I feel like it's off-putting. Is it off? I just found it. It was on the floor, and this poor penguin keeps staring at me in the back, and I don't know where to put it. And I thought it was like good here. It's a wrist wiener,
I have no idea what
a 5-year-old should have, Tyler, right? But anyways, so that's, I mean, look, market-wise, I mean, I don't know what else to go over. I mean, the memes are memeing. I mean, Pepe's back up to 5 billion. Mog bounced and is back at 800 mil. Even Popcat has like a massive green candle, 830. Whiff is at 250. I mean, let's speak about that. What a flipped ARB again.
Yeah, 2.5 now.
Damn.
At 250.
What a comeback on that. I mean, across the board, look, like that was to your point, Mando, right? But you're talking about top gainers, top losers, but it seems like
if you really want to get into memes, we got to talk Mr. Miggles.
Let's go. I know you like that one, Tyler. Go for it. Let it rip.
I don't have any, so I just get the disclosure out of the way. I'm in tears. I'm in shambles.
Oh, sure.
Because I was covering the NFT line.
Coin on the blockchain.
Look at this chart. This thing is 3 days old. It's already $100 million now.
This is crazy.
Unbelievable. I can't even really recall. I mean, besides Bohm, like I can't really recall since Bohm. Yeah. This type of parabolic early day price action, all while everyone who minted the NFTs is just down the gas money they paid, while the Anon who dropped the Miggles token is just printing, along with anyone who got in early on it. I don't know. I can't call top on this thing. It could be 250 million by Sunday, and I wouldn't bet an eye.
It's up 96% in 24 hours. So during the show yesterday, when we were talking about it. It's literally up 100%. I mean, look, I feel like Base kind of needed a good meme coin. It's kind of meh on there.
It's almost number 2 already. I think I saw Toshi at like 95 million. So Brett's like up in the stratosphere, but I think Miggles might already be 2 by market cap. Putting Arrow aside.
How do you look? It's here, right? By market cap. So you have Brett. So these are different Brett. Aerodrome, Toshi. Okay, so Toshi's at 101.
Okay, so it's another 10% move. Yeah.
So it's third. I mean, it's probably going to flip that like by end of day.
Into the show, probably.
End of the show, probably. This is wild. I mean, what's the latest that had a run like this was Billy, right? On Sol. The latest coin to have like an insane run.
Yeah, I guess maybe Billy.
It took a while though for Billy. Billy was out for a while right before 800. Like, this is 2 or 3 days. Coinbase mafia behind it, right?
Coinbase mafia behind it. Oh my god. I mean, they definitely like this for sure. I'm sure they like it. I don't know if it's Coinbase behind it, but they're definitely behind Mr. Miggles. I just love that they picked a Persian cat. That's all that matters. It all roads lead back to Persia. I'm telling you.
I like the cat.
That one's for Cali.
I do like the cat.
Do you like? I mean, when last time I said we like the cats, how that went down. So I like one cat is my joy cat. Also a political coin, also a cat coin. So, right? That's the beautiful thing about Mog. You know, it could be whatever you want it to be. It could be culture coin, it could be a cat coin, and it could be the other kind of coin. Anyways, Tyler, what do you got for us
For
today?
daily NFT and crypto analysis. Tyler D on FOMO hour cause the kids can't miss.
Ready to bash some bears. Yes, crypto majors are green now, rallying this morning amidst this global cyber outage. Definitely just shaking that off. Solana leading the charge. Some big news out of Base yesterday. They reported that their on-chain summer projects have generated more than $1 million in revenue. In another win for Coinbase stockholders. Meanwhile, Mr. Miggles leading all memes, soaring past $90 million in 3 days. In other meme news, we saw with Flip Arbitrum and this new Moonshot app. It debuted yesterday in the Apple App Store, offering a new way of buying and selling meme coins via Apple Pay deposits, also credit, debit cards, PayPal, and crypto without those wallet creation headaches. So that seems like a fun new app to watch. In other news, Polymarket hit a new all-time high in daily volume, $20 million yesterday amidst the U.S. political chaos. Polyfi coins saw a lot of action as well, led by that comma token. Trump, as we talked about, he's rumored to share this Bitcoin strategic reserve policy potentially at Bitcoin Nashville, though crypto and Bitcoin were not mentioned at all in his rambling 90-minute speech from last night. In NFT news, Yuga announced a major partnership with Pixel Vault and Reboot to bring skill-based wagering into the other side. So I'm curious to learn a bit more about that. We saw the other side announce Project Dragon. That's going to start July 27th at noon. And then Grant Yoon, so some big news in the art world here. An Old Soul edition of 150 debuted. 0.37 ETH. That's over $1,200. That's a 3x for Mentors. So nice to see a win back on the old NFT board.
Yeah, definitely. We've been getting a lot of little wins on the NFT board lately. It's good. It's good. Like slowly but surely, like there's a lot of little things going on, right? I mean, we'll talk about it soon with Ovi and what they've got going on the rect side. But like between you guys and the Doodle stuff we talked about already this week, the ape chain stuff that's starting to like slowly like creep up on people. The Azuki anime stuff. I mean, it's not looking bad, but I want to go back to one thing. I want to go back to Moonshot first. Like, I saw Newsy Johnson and Base Carbon switch get the badge. You saw that on X? I saw they got the Moonshot badge. I think I saw a founder or something. Moonshot talk about how MoonPay made it easily accessible for people in 130 countries to acquire crypto using credit cards, etc., which arguably one of the best on ramps that's been built. Shout out to the folks there. But Moonshot is kind of trying to be that for meme coins, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think that's how I describe it. And it's just kind of like ignoring. It's like kind of cutting straight to the chase. Like you want to trade meme coins, that's what you're here for. Here's an app that you can do it. I mean, a lot of the core like crypto components of like self custody, a lot of it's all behind the scenes, right? Here's an app. You put your money in, you trade the coins, you see your balance go up or down. And it's all Solana. You know, I imagine that they may integrate additional chain or meme leaders in the future, but it was interesting to see that, you know, that they started with the clear leader in the meme space.
It's on Solana. I mean, when it comes to meme coins outside of Solana, it's Pepe and Mog. Like I don't see Mr. Mingles, I'm sorry. But like I like honestly, it's like Solana Eco. Like even when my watch is like all Sol tokens. Like it's I don't know. It just feels like that's one. Have you guys seen this Moonshot thing, Ovi Mando?
Yeah, I had a conversation with them already.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, this thing could be huge.
Yeah.
I messaged him and was like, hey, how can I partner with Epic or just some way? Like,
let's go. My favorite dev, my favorite meme coin dev. The second there's an opportunity for Epic, he's on top of it. Look at that.
So is Epic on there by default, or do you have to do anything to get it on there?
I think it's on there by default. Anything,
okay.
Most things on Jupiter are.
Nice.
But no, don't you have to get listed on Moonshot? Or is if all of them are really? Okay. I don't know. I haven't tried yet. I need to give it a shot. Huh. Interesting. I don't know. I need to get my reflink game up here. I think this I heard, remember when Bonkbot first came out? MFers were making like $1,000 a day on here. You know,
I mean, if this thing takes off in this scenario where this takes off, I feel like it's huge for the Solana meme leaders. It's huge for like that next tier as well, right? Like any of the trending tokens, like they're just going to be front and center for anyone using this app.
I think it's about time we have a native app that's just for meme coins, right? Like, why do we always have to wait for Coinbase or for Kraken or for Binance. Like you know how we always say like, oh, we're waiting for the Coinbase listing, this and that, and Coinbase is going to list like 2 meme coins per cycle. True story, right? Am I wrong? I don't think so. And like, why don't we just create our own degenerative like app that gets mass adoption potentially on the App Store and then allows like an on-ramp to meme coins? Let me tell you, my little brother and folks like that, they're probably going to prefer an app like Moonshot than something like any other sex that makes it easy to buy like the usual suspects. You know what I mean? Especially if we're getting to Mania.
Just feels easy. Like, you know, on a weekend, like you want to throw a few $100 on a sports game. Or now you like, let's pull off the credit card and just throw a couple $100 into a meme here while I'm just sitting around on my phone. That feels easier than like actually buying crypto, you know, sending it to your wallets, all that, right? So
yeah,
I wouldn't underestimate the power of like small tickets as well. You know, like one of the reasons why Solana shares have done so well is because people can literally gamble with the dollar and not have to get destroyed by gas fees. So if you can get, you know, some of these tickers are quite small in market cap, right? So a few thousand people, if they're all only gambling like $10 to $100, that can make a big difference to some of these coins. And now it's pretty easy. Every time you speak to your friends about how you've made generational wealth and they ask you how, and you have to tell them about wallet setup and all that stuff, and I can say, hey, just download this app and you can do it. Like it breaks down a lot of hurdles. I think it's going to be very interesting.
I'm downloading it right now. Wow, this is so sick. I never thought one day that I'd be downloading an app in 2 seconds on my phone to buy shitcoins. I mean, here we are, mass adoption. I mean, when you think about it, Pump.Fun is probably the most used social fi tool. It even have a newsfeed now, like a For You page on. Did you see that? They just announced that like yesterday on Pump. So they're like literally turning into social fi. So when you think about it, if meme coins are social fi, I actually, ironically, that quote came from one of the biggest bears right now, Andrew Kang. Early on, when he was bullish, he used to say meme coins are the social fi, and I thought that was a banger. I don't know what went wrong, but maybe I don't know. Maybe fell on his head or something in the meantime.
So it looks like we're not listed, but we're about to get listed.
What?
That's some live alpha. Right
See?
there.
The catalyst coming up.
I'm telling you, you have to get listed on Moonshot. It doesn't take all the.
Yeah, I just spoke to the guy. I was in him this morning. I was like, look, this is good.
Are we getting
like,
breaking news? Is that breaking news? Hold on, I never get to use my breaking news button. I don't think Tyler ever heard it.
This just in. Rug Radio. Breaking news.
Mando is getting epic listed on Moonshot. Hey, that's the most Hey, kiddo. We got a special appearance. Look at that. She got so excited. Hi. What's your favorite meme coin? He's like, Mr. Miggles. See, Mr. Miggles. Mr. Miggles.
My dad's got a huge bag of Mr. Miggles.
She's like, sell it.
Her mom would be telling me to sell. That's a fact.
Daddy loves Mr. Miggles and Comma. Actually, Comma's looking good, dude. That was a good call of yours, Tyler, early on the show, like at least a month ago, I think.
It's looking good. I'm getting a little nervous. The chatter coming out is that Biden's not going to endorse Kamala, and that they're going to go an open convention route. And that's got me feeling a little nervous. I'm not going to lie.
Well, be careful because shitcoins are clearly not prediction markets, and we've seen that with JD Vance, right? Like the Vance coin. And speaking of which, I've been very surprised at like how poorly Trump on ETH MAGA coin is performing. We've been talking about this a lot in the back end, but I think the prediction markets are going to kill the whole Polyfi token thing, like completely.
I definitely think so. I agree with that because the meme coins, they're very much like buy the rumor, sell the news type things. And meme coins, they're not like, I think people misunderstand them, say, oh, shouldn't Trump be higher? But the Trump coin isn't like a bet on an option. Yeah, it's not a bet on Trump. It's a bet that people will buy this coin. More people will buy this coin than the people who are already holding it will sell it when the information that you deem to be relevant occurs. And if you look at this Trump coin, if you look at the holders, right, there's not even that many holders of this coin. How many holders are there of this?
Let's find out. But one thing's for sure,
32,000 holders. It's definitely gone up, but it's not crazy. Like something like WIF has 150k, Pepe has 250k. Like,
yeah,
there's only 32k holders, so there are definitely whales in this, and there are people who've been in this from the beginning. and they're selling. So, I'm not saying it can't go up, but there are different.
That was my take. Like, I think like I'm seeing those, and like when you think about it, like it literally retraced and is lower than the whole assassination wave. And I hate to put it this way, but it's true. When the assassination attempt happened, it soared 35%. It completely retraced that and is lower than when even on that before he went on that stage, right? Now sub 300 mil. So like I think it's with the rise of prediction markets. Like, why would you buy this if you saw what happened to JD Vance and like it dumped like zero? you know? Meanwhile, I'm up 35% on Polymarket on Biden to drop out this election. So call me GCR. Thank you.
That's looking like a lock.
On $100 size, mind you. I think it's important for me to point that out. I'm only up 30% on $100, so it'll buy me maybe one coffee in LA. Anyways, before I go to the rec brands and all that good stuff, Tyler, was there anything else? It's like big topic headlines that I missed on? We talked about Trump and that stuff already. Bitcoin. We talked about Mr. Miggles. Is there anything I'm missing here? Part of your top?
I mean, just maybe a little bit deeper on Polymarket. I mean, it's incredible the numbers they're doing. So they hit a new all-time high at 100 million for the month of June, and
no, you're good. Go ahead. That's fine.
It looked like I was like, man, are they really going to double up in July? It looks like they actually might. Like they're already at 150 million on this month. They hit a new all-time high yesterday. And I mean, yesterday was a huge day with the RNC, Trump speaking, as well as all this Biden news coming out. I mean, it's an absolute circus right now. It doesn't seem like the circus is going to slow down anytime soon. So as long as it's this active and wild, Polymarket is going to be the big winner here. And now there's just so many markets.
Yeah,
there's like the DIM VP markets now, like one of the hottest ones. And like they're sharp. You got to give Polymarket credit. They set up these lines for like which words is Trump going to say during his speech, with like 15 different options. They caught almost $1 million in bets on that.
Yeah, they're cooking, man. They're cooking. They're funded like so well. No need for anything. They're just cooking and killing it. So good for them. Like we have a few. Dude, there's everyone's saying there's no product that has been built on the pathway to mass adoption. This cycle is wrong, man. Between Polymarkets and the stuff like Pump Fund and a lot of more different things, like we're getting there. I can't wait to see the hysteria and mania once Bitcoin hits 100K. That would be absolutely insane.
Someone was in my replies. Like, there's an interesting concept here, like the mix of like Pumped Up Fund and Polymarket. So Polymarket, people are calling it's the news. Like this is effectively news confirmed before it's actually confirmed. And Pumped Up Fund is becoming like breaking news. So like one of the fastest place news events are spreading. It's like via the tickers of these tokens launching. Like it's interesting to see, is there a way to combine these in some capacity where you've got like your breaking news feed and then like your confirmed news feed via the prediction markets? I don't know. It's like a half-baked idea, but there's potentially something there.
Yeah.
I think the other trend is quickly on this Yuga thing. I don't know what it's going to be. Skill-based wagering into the other side. So I guess it's kind of like an e-gaming, like kind of gambling on the games themselves.
Speaking of which, we have another banger, or I don't know if you want to call it banger. We got another Garga tweet. Mando's already smiling. That's like 2 shows in a row. That Garga.
I'll let you read this one.
I gotta. I don't. I'm not reading this, dude. There's kids around. We can literally hear Mando's kids, and your daughter just came on screen, dude. I ain't reading this. So you had Finn talking. I'd like to wager on the other side meta never actually launching. How can I do that with this new platform? Step 1 is, you know what it is. Yeah, man, you muted, but I saw your reaction.
That's wild.
And then Finn went, the going rate is $300 million now. And then you have everybody saying this is the most bullish thing. And I don't know. You have Herman Narula saying this is why people say the UX in crypto sucks. So Herman, actually, they used to be a company building the other side. It's mixed emotions on the time. What's Hugo saying? What are the odds it launches by end of year? I don't know. Adam, you had Udi chime in also here, because apparently Finn works for Ronin, though he's not like the guy who founded Ronin, so it's not like, I don't know. But anyways, that was that today on CT, right? This was really it. Swear to God, man, we get a different banger every day. So look,
he's not holding back anymore. He's
no, he's not
tired of it.
He's done. He's not. Garga's done holding back. That's for sure. That's twice this week. He's done holding up. Anyways, Ovi, in other news, with when it comes to NFTs and whatnot, Wrecked Brands. I mean, that's what you came originally to talk about today. Tell us more. There was a tweet this week. Last week, Wrecked Brands Inc. became one of the first companies to grant shares to NFT holders. I mean, tell us, what is the latest on Wrecked Brands? What have you been up to?
Yeah, look, we announced this in January. So it's really been like about 6 months in the making. But finally, last week, we actually were able to grant shares, equity in the company of Wrecked Brands to Wrecked Guy NFT holders. We did it based on a historical snapshot, which we took back in October. And it was a 6-month process of figuring out how to do it legally. How do we do it in a way that's within the framework of the SEC and the framework of other jurisdictions as well. And we ended up doing it through a crowdfunding offering in the US, which resulted in us actually using an SEC registered dealer broker to execute this offering.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's a pretty strong legal process, but we've done it in a way that I believe is very watertight and very rigorous. And yeah, after a few month long process, we finally managed to complete it last week. So everyone who participated would have got their share certificates. Everyone, of the people that signed up, everyone owns a little bit of the Wrecked Brands Inc. company. And to be honest with you, we've been working a lot behind the scenes on everything Wrecked Brands, Wrecked Guy, etc. And this is kind of like the one thing which we needed to get done before we roll other things out and launch the rest of our plans for this year. So yeah, it's been, H1's been very much of a fun but frustrating period of like, we have all these great plans, but we can't launch anything yet because we need to get this thing done and executed. And as of last week, we finally completed that. There was an interesting few pieces of information that came out from it. We had, I think, about 800 people who ended up successfully completing the process and getting their shares. That's of about 3,500 holders. So either we have a ton of Wrecked Guys that are in dead wallets, or I'm guessing a lot of people didn't want to go through the whole KYC and doxing process in order to do this. But I thought that was an interesting data point, that we had maybe like a 25% participation rate in it.
Or they forgot the deadline,
Or they forgot the deadline. We did have a few people after the
like
deadline who missed it.
Like me. I am definitely one of those people. You know what's the worst? Tabs, who also works with us and with you guys, reminded me, and is Santa in town? I love that. I'm hearing the jiggles. It sounds like Santa Claus coming. It's fine. You don't have to mute it. It's actually hella cute. It's wholesome. I like hearing kids in the background. So you guys are all like fathered up. Look at that. Anyways, that's really cool. So let me ask something. You mentioned you work with the SEC on that. So what's kind of like the process? Are they easy? Because we paint the SEC in like really, really, really bad light. Rightfully so, actually, in this industry, because they always try to fuck us. But what was the process like for you guys on the Rectoring side?
Yeah, it's a good question, and lots of people have asked this. And if there are any NFT projects out there who want to do a similar thing, we're more than happy to chat. And we had Ray Jenko on the legal side for us, who was very instrumental in getting this done. But we didn't speak directly to the SEC, but there's an SEC exemption called Reg CF. It's a crowdfunding exemption, which allows you to have a large amount of shareholders on the cap table. It allows you to raise capital without having to register with the SEC, but it has to be executed through an SEC registered dealer broker. So in doing that, we've had to go through a compliance period for ourselves, for Wrecked Brands. Like I myself have to fill out like a bad actor check. Mando has to do the same thing. We all have to be KYC'd. We've had to provide like stated financials for Wrecked Brands. It's a long compliance period to make sure that everyone
you have to send like a big wad of cash to Elizabeth Warren.
And her goons.
Yeah.
One for Warren and one for Gensler. That's how you move forward.
I mean, look, all that WIF money had to go somewhere. I mean, Ovi literally dumped WIF from $5 to $155 for this. So like he better have been working on something else with that money. Not only that, he did the same thing to Mog. It's been a long grind back up since he dumped his bags on us. So I'm just kidding.
Still own them, man.
I'm kidding, bro. I know, bro. I know. This motherfucker's moon bag's bigger than my whole portfolio. We get it. Anyways, so this is really exciting. So the next question, Ovi, is like, when token? I don't know. You're talking, we're working with the SEC, all that good stuff. Yeah, man. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, look, as I said, we don't deal directly with the SEC, but we've been through a long process to make sure we've done everything by the book, and it does allow us to do lots of different things. I think the main point I wanted to make on this really is like in 2021, we saw a ton of NFT companies raise capital. They then had to provide value to their investors rather than their holders. We saw loads more NFT mints, and everything kind of just like went to zero. And I felt like, look, NFTs at the moment are pretty dead, apart from a few different projects. And we could have just left Rec Guy and whatever. But I do feel like there's a lot of potential in Rec brands. We've run some amazing events this year, and obviously we have Rec drinks we're working on now. So, but it's like, if we go out there and do Rec drinks, how does that benefit the Rec Guy NFTs and the NFT holders and our supporters? Well, maybe if Rec drinks become iconic, people want to own the NFT that started the whole thing off. But I think by giving these guys actual equity in the company, they now have an economic stake in what we're doing. And my thing has always been like, if you have to pivot, you have to pivot, but try and bring people, your supporters, along for the ride. And that's what we did when we went from DGens to Rec Guy, and that's what we're doing now from Rec Guy to Rec Brand. And so, look, if one day if we crush this drinks thing and we sell the company to Red Bull, and people will get paid out on that, right? People will get paid out on that. If we make a ton of money and we're able to pay dividends at one day, then people will get some economic benefit for that. So I feel like now, if we raise capital one day, like people will then have a valuation attached to the shares that they own, and will be able to benefit in the economic upside for that as well. So I just feel like we're now on the same level playing field as our holders, where we're all actually in this company now.
Skin in the game.
And we all have skin in the game. Yeah, it's not just like, oh, we own the NFTs and we kind of hope the NFTs will go up on the sentiment. It's now we have actual skin in the game in the company, and it's pretty exciting. I think we were actually the first. I know the Plague announced it, and I think Goblin Town did something, but it wasn't for the main company. It was for like some art thing that had on the side. But I think we're the first
like NFT
project to actually successfully execute this with holders now having share certificates and knowing how many shares they own. And this really is just the beginning of what we're doing. This is the next half of this year is going to look very different to the first half of this year for Rex.
Listen, I still have all of these MFers. I'm that guy that never migrated my DGens and never claimed my Rex brand's equity. Mando's laughing because the claim shit is like a meme at this stage on this show, bro.
Hundreds of thousands have been lost by Farokh. Just unbelievable amounts of money from his pudgy penguins, from all his ordinals. The journey from there.
Look at this MF, bro. I minted that shit. I kept all these are like cultural.
I love these.
Me too. These are cultural artifacts. I minted that shit, bro. I minted that stuff. Look at this. Itty bitty titties and a bob. Look at that. Literally, that's the meme. This is like.
I saw a couple. This is one of my best ever.
Mini.
One of my best ever NFT trades. I stacked about 50 of these.
No way.
Below 0.1.
Let's go.
And then they went to like 0.8 and sold a chunk on the way up. That was had quite the run.
I love that. That's awesome. I mean, when you think about it, this was a great trade. There was two trades that were similar timing of you guys. It was you guys and Pixel Vault early on. That was like two really good trades at that era of NFTs. I remember you guys were the first people to charge more than 0.1 ETH for a mint. Just 0.11. So by 0.01. And everybody was like, whoa, 0.11 ETH? Because, Bake had like kind of put the standard like 0.08, and before that, punks were free. So it's like 0.11? No way. And it was like outrage on the timeline. Like, you remember early days, like, no, 0.11 ETH. I'll never forget. I minted that shit. I minted 10. It was like 1.1 ETH at the time, and I don't think I have much ETH. And I was like, shit, dude. These guys sound smart. They're British. They sound smarter than like average people. Let's see what they do. That's fun. From comics to now giving equity out to holders of the thing. Oh, I love this one. Look, I posted this. Rec GM to you. Just posted this one. That one actually slaps. I may have to go back and buy like some really rare one, very cheap, and just like collect it as an artifact. This is something. So congrats, guys. That's really cool. Excited to see you guys take over Red Bull. Fuck selling to Red Bull. We buying Red Bull, right? We're definitely going to compete with.
I mean, that'd be something if we bought Red Bull. I don't know how many billions of dollars Red Bull's worth.
Yeah. I mean, they spend like $3 billion a year on marketing. So So anyways, there's that. So look, that's a good roundup. I think it's time for the Robit loot box spins. Look, get ready. Get on the X broadcast. I've posted the broadcast. It's on my timeline. It's on FOMO Hour. I think we've all posted it. So you can post your comments there. And it shows here, like, for example, this one comes from X. This one comes from YouTube. You see, we see both of them. We see everything. All right, I have 2 questions ready. Basically, the first person to answer the first question comes on, and then the first person to answer the second question comes on. Are you all ready? I think we're ready. So I got them written on the side. They're secret. Only Sims and I have the questions. All right, question number 1. Whew. It's Tyler's son's birthday today. How old is he? Let's see. Let's see who answers first. I'm looking at the comments in the bottom right.
No
There's
one.
a little lag. Wait 1 second. Everyone's ready.
There's a lag.
There's a lag. Let's see. Oh, there you go. That's the first answer that came up.
Who
You
got
saw
it?
Oh,
Oh my god. Oh fuck. It's going crazy. Hold on.
I see. Who do you see? I see.
This is so intense. Oh my god. Okay. Stop answering now. Hold on. Let me scroll up. Sims, help me. I saw a guy. No, I saw one even before. Hold on. It refreshed. Look, if you go all the way up.
There's another guy. Yes.
No,
But
it
do we
is
all see
Peter.
different people?
I see Peter as well. If you
Oh, yeah,
scroll all
me
the
too,
way up.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Peter.
Who are these guys saying like 34, 38? How old do you think Tyler is?
Peter.
Good shot. Good try, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, Tyler's like 50 and he had his first kid when he was 12.
I mean, I don't know America, bro. They used to have an MTV show called like Teenage Mom. So fucking dude. Yeah. All right, Peter Maisonnier. Congratulations. And if you go on the right side, you are the first one. The second one was Henrique Zonin, and then the third one was Hefner. So that was close. But Peter Maisonnier, you are the person. So get on Twitter Spaces and please request to speak so that we can catch you there. And in the meantime, I'm gonna ask the second question. So, all right, if someone said 41, bro, dude, is Tyler like fucking 75 years old?
Yeah.
No, you can comment on X. It's fine. You can comment on the X broadcast. It shows on our StreamYard. The broadcast shows on both. We get both y'all's comments on the right side. All right, Peter Maisonnier, if you can please come and request to speak. Hopefully that process is not too long and I didn't mess this up. But it was much more fun than the Twitter picker going to like a farmer for the 12th win. So we pull from the StreamYard. So just so y'all know, I pull from this. I want people to see. Hold on. I pull from here. So here, you see this? This is my back end. I can read all the comments here from YouTube and from X. And so if you go here, I just want people to see. So I show them that it's legit. If you go all the way up here, the first person was here, Peter. There you go. He's right there. Peter was the first person to answer the question properly. So Peter Maisonnier, you win. Come on stage and you win. So anyways, Pete Mez, okay, he's here already. Awesome. Now, second question. Don't answer if you're ready. Just get ready. So again, you have to answer either on the broadcast link or on YouTube. And every Friday, we're going to make it interactive. And every Tuesday, we're going to make it Twitter picker. But Fridays, we'll make it more fun, more lax, just so we get more people. Anyways, question number 2. So I have it written somewhere. Okay. Name the app that we talked about on this show that was listed on the App Store to buy meme coins. Nope. No, it can't. Oh, okay. Hold on. Wow, that was quick. Yo, that was quick as fuck. Holy shit. All right. UIT port. Someone said Moonshot. Someone said MoonPay. Well, it was Moonshot. That was quick, dude. Holy. Dude. I think when I said name the app, he like directly went for it. So congratulations. Damn. A lot of people saying MoonPay though. It is Moonshot. It is definitely Moonshot. But look, this is definitely a lot of fun. We'll start a little earlier in the next times, but Moonshot is definitely up. So UIT port, please, you're on screen right now. Come on Twitter Spaces, so swap over to your phone and come request to speak. Meanwhile, we chat with our friend Pete here. Pete, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Dude, that was quick, man. You were on it.
Yeah, I kind of thought I might know what the question was going to be.
That's pretty good. I must say so myself. I mean, you definitely were listening because we talked about the 5th birthday, Tyler, like what? In the intro. So
yeah,
that's
it was early. So he was here from the start.
It was here from the start. I like that.
Yeah, man.
So you know what we'll do from here forward? Tuesdays we'll do Twitter picker, and then Fridays we'll do a fun game. So here's what we got for y'all today. In the meantime, UIT Port, please get on Twitter Spaces and request to speak. Would hate for you to lose your spot here. And then we can already start looking to Sims in the background on who was the second person to answer in case UIT Port doesn't make it on Spaces. But please make it on Spaces so we avoid that. The second person was P Leo, but for now it is UIT Port. So UIT Port, if you see this, you won, and please get on Twitter Spaces. What's up, Sims?
Let's go with it just in case they don't have Twitter.
Okay.
For any reason whatsoever.
You're right. It wouldn't be fair to cancel.
We can streamline this as we go, but for now these two will win.
Someone asked if we can do this every week. Yes. So every Friday we'll just do this. We'll do if you listen to the show, you will have a chance to win. All right. So today we have 4 punks, miladies, doodles, and rec guys. So there you go. Let's go to play. Pete, are you ready?
Yep.
All right. UIT Port has issues with his Twitter, so don't worry. You're here. You're live. You win regardless. We know you're live. All right. So let's get this party started. Let me refresh one more time for good luck. This box is worth $49.78, and Rug Radio is spinning that for. Oh, Drake is here. There you go. There you go. All right. And let's spin. Oh, nice win! It's a doodles. Damn, it's really the next one was a punk. Did you guys see that? He was Tyler, you're muted. He was so close to a punk. Holy shit!
Let's go, doodles. Fresh hit.
Damn! Congratulations, Pete. You win a doodles worth $7,000.
Thank you so much.
Wow!
Wow.
Dude, that's a nice dude. Wow, 7,000, bro. And you see that? The next one after that was a punk.
Damn.
Shit. That's crazy. Congratulations, Pete. You're the biggest win that we've had in a long time. And for those people saying YouTube seems faster, I guess YouTube is faster. Look, we're testing. We're trying to reward the OG early listeners or the people that actually listening. So I'm really happy to at least say that today we picked 2 people that actually listen to the show, which is awesome. All right. So your name is Drake, UIT Port. You won. Are you with us? I'm assuming you're with us. You're definitely on stage. So let's go. I know your Twitter had some bugs. So let's see. Let's spin, baby. We just had a big hit, $7,000 hit. Oh, it's a red guy. There. Oh, yes, it is a red guy. It is number 3447. Oh, the link seems to be broken here, but you won. Red guy number 3447. It is this one. There you go. So 347, Sarah. There. Congratulations. For winning. So we've given away another $8,000 today. Pete gets a doodle on Big Doodles Week. That's poetic. And UIT Port, there you go. I see you on there. So you get that. So don't worry, y'all. Next Friday, we'll make it different. We'll make sure that it matches both ends. But that's the best we could find this morning to do it. Maybe some weeks we'll reward on YouTube. Maybe some weeks on X Sims. Maybe it has to be deferred or a little different. But we'll definitely figure it out. Ovi, Tyler, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And with that, we'll see you on Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of FOMO Hour on Rug Radio. Let's